Good morning and welcome to Kairaba Police Station, Kanifing Division of the Gambia Police Force. We are here this morning to brief the media, by extension the nation, on the alleged robbery with violence using taxi. Of recent, the Gambia Police Force, especially during the Korite Feast, have put in place a lot of modalities and operations to ensure that people living in the Gambia and Gambians enjoy their Korite in peace and harmony. And for this reason, the Gambia Police Force has all around been within, especially the Combo area or the Greater Banjul area, to ensure that the Korite Feast is celebrated in that peace. However, we are aware that most people, especially criminals, would use this opportunity to take advantage of the circumstance and take advantage of the feast. For many people will be going out, leaving their compounds, and many people will be going out with their gadgets. They will be stealing and in criminal relation. However, the KM Police Division, headed by the commissioner here behind me, Commissioner Samba Jao, then we have the regional crime officer, Pate Jalo, Pateba, who are going to brief us. Pateba is the regional crime officer, head of the CID in the region, will lead us into the briefing of the circumstance surrounding this alleged robbery as far as their investigation is concerned. We will begin by inviting Pate back. Pate, please.
Thank you. I want to give you a brief as to what had happened before and during and after the alleged robbery with violence that happened on the 16th of June 2024 along the Mile 7 highway. That is around Demban Clinic or between Demban Clinic towards Sitting Corner area. What happened is the complainant Bainyas Bah and his friends from Abuko wanted a taxi to run their service for 5 days. They agreed with Abubakar Toure, the principal suspect in this case, who does not have a taxi but had a friend who had a taxi. He went to that friend and then the friend lent him the vehicle, as we locally call Siru, and then charged Bainyas $10,000 for the 5 days. Bainyas, not knowing what plans Mr. Toure have for him, that is the principal suspect, he now went in for the contract. Then in the evening, he collected his friends and then arranged with the taxi driver, that is the principal suspect, who has already collected the taxi, and then they boarded the vehicle, and then they were in town until at such a time, around 2300 hours, towards midnight on the 16th. Not knowing this Abdurrahman, the principal suspect, had made an arrangement with his counterparts, also who are in town, that they should hire another taxi to go and ambush them, he and his passengers, at the place where the scene took place. As they made this arrangement, that team also, through the other suspect, Demba Jaju, who also lent a vehicle from his friend from Fajikunda. And then they also boarded that vehicle. They went ahead of them and waited for them along that Mile 7 road towards Radio Gambia, as if their vehicle had a breakdown. in the middle of the road. That's where they parked. Then communication was between them now, this Demba, and then Ture. As Ture and his passengers arrived, they stopped as if they are just to find out driver to driver relationship, what happened. Then those of his counterparts in Demba's vehicle opened and then rushed onto this other vehicle. And then opened the doors and then sprayed them with paper powder into his eyes. That is the eyes of by Nyasba, the complainant. And then with a knife point that don't move. If you move, we will harm you. And then that's the way they rob them of their properties. 3 mobile phones, a bag, plus $40,000. And they went into their vehicle and then drove away. Now Abdurrahman Abubakar Ture, the principal suspect, pretending that he does not know them, now said, let's go to the police at Bakau police station. Before they arrived to the police, it was already on the 17th. That was on Monday. And the matter was reported. As the matter was reported, our able regional commissioner now make arrangement for a team to be formed, and then we followed the matter because it appears to be a very serious matter, robbery with violence, that we cannot just pay a blind eye to. With his coordination, he contacted me. I was at home thinking that probably my region is very safe because we are in Tobaski. He just called me and then I realized that there is a job to do now. I called the in-charge Bakau CID, Buba Fall, Inspector Buba Fall, who also formed of his team, and then we went into the matter. As we start questioning this driver, Abubakar Ture, we realized that in fact he is part of them. And then he confessed and then started revealing the names of his counterparts. I contacted the regional commissioner and then the task force were mobilized with the anti-crime at Kotu. We formed a team to search for them in town with the help of the principal suspect now, Abubakar Ture. He led us to Fajikunda or to any other area that we might find them. And luckily, we were able to arrest all of them. We arrested Demba Jaju at Kotu, Ibrahim Assar, Fajikunda, Ibrahima Konate, Fajikunda, and Idrissa Sise, Fajikunda. They were all arrested, brought to Bakau CID. And then the investigation now started proper. We engaged them, they all confessed. And then led us now to recover the mobile phones and the bag that they stole or robbed from the complainant and his counterparts. They were also searched. Monies that were alleged to be robbed from the complainant and his friends were found, but then not all the 40,000. 3,900 was found with one of the suspects. 2,000 was found in the vehicle Abubakar was using in the Porsche. Yesterday, the team and 2 of the suspects also went back to the house of Ibrahim Assar to search for the dresses that he was putting on, especially a camouflage hat that he used sometimes as a face mask, and a SIM card that was from one of the mobiles of the complainant. Luckily, we were able to find the SIM card, but the heart is still not seen, but the search is on. Let me commend the efforts of the in-charge Bakau CID, Buba Fall, and his team. They have done tremendously well. This is the vehicle that Abubakar Toure was using to commit this heinous crime. That's the taxi he was using. The other taxi that his counterpart used to come and ambush them at the scene is still not seen, but the search is on. We are still searching for it, and then hopefully we will see it with all the efforts and the support from the general public. Soon we will see it. So, in general, this is what had happened on the 16th and 17th of June 2024. But as we were in this investigation, we come to realize that sometimes back, 3-4 back, there were complaints that we were receiving, especially from ladies, that they will stop taxi drivers, they will board them, and then they will drive at a short distance and they will stop and board someone. And then the driver will say, no, it's my friend. I'm just dropping him. But then what happened later is the driver will now start to drive at speed and then will take those ladies around the same area, sitting on, and then will rob them of their properties. Some will even allege that they've been raped. We now engage them also on that. And then luckily, they also confess. They also confess of committing 4 cases that were already reported at Bakau Station, and the files are there. So we have engaged them on them. We have called back the complainants, though we are unable to get all of them, but at least I think we have got so far 2 from yesterday. We are still contacting the rest for them to come, identify them, and then develop the files. We have charged Abubakar, Demba Jaju, Ibrahima Sarr, Ibrahima Konate, and Idrissa Toure for conspiracy and then robbery with violence. So the investigation is still on because we are yet to recover the vehicle, the other vehicle they use. We are also yet to recover the camouflage hat one of the suspects was putting on. The complainant, because of the paper powder that was sprayed into his eyes, we took him to the hospital. He is treated and discharged. He is okay. He is in fact helping us in the investigation. So I think PRO, in brief, this is the stage of the investigation so far, though it is continuing. So thank you very much for being here with us once again. I thank you so much. All the best.
Pateba, the Regional Crime Officer for KM Division, for giving us a brief highlight of what happened from the very day that the case was reported at the police station to today. I think very interesting facts have been uncovered, and hopefully we will use this in our proceedings to prosecute them accordingly. At this moment, I would also want to invite the Regional Commissioner, under whose command and coordination within the region that all of this thing is happening. Commissioner, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Piero. Good morning, Regional Crime Officer, Pateba. Good morning, my deputy, Jibril Jao, the lead investigator, Jambaba, the SO of Kairaba, the media present here. Good morning to you all. Just as highlighted by the regional crime officer, this incident happened early hours of the 17th, and I received the report immediately when the matter was reported at Bakau police station. And then looking at the seriousness of the incident, I could not waste time but to contact my regional crime officer and instruct him that this is a matter that he should handle. It cannot be left in the hands of the junior CID officers alone. And quickly he responded to Bakau police station and he gave me feedback that is at Bakau. Then the coordination began, where I contacted the regional patrol team we have in KM here, also the anti-crime, to make sure that the CID officers are enforced to go after these notorious criminals. Eventually, within a couple of hours, a good number of them were arrested in different places within the region and are currently detained at Bakau police station, helping the police in their investigation. As a regional command, like he highlighted, when festive occasions are happening, we the police are not meant to be enjoying, but are meant to be on high alert, because these are some of the things that we would anticipate that they are likely to happen. So it's because we are on high alert and we had to seize the liberty of officers working in this region, not to enjoy the festive occasion, but to allow the civilians to enjoy. This is why we had to make this breakthrough within a very short period. So as security heads of this region, we are not going to relent in pursuing this kind of notorious criminals. He has mentioned it here that this thing has been happening. They did this on 4 occasions and they were going free. Imagine if we had all gone as a command to go and enjoy with our families, and this happened, this coordination would not have happened, and these criminals would have still been hiding in town. But because we have a duty to make sure that we police this region, to make it a very safe region, this is why we had to seize our own liberties to make sure that people enjoy their Eid prayers and Eid activities. So, in that, I will commend all the units that were together, being the anti-crime, being the patrol team, and the CID, who coordinated activities to make sure that this is achieved. Like I said, investigation is continuing, and the likelihood is we will get more suspects in this case, because the way they are doing it has shown that it is not operated by one person. There's a network. So this network is the one we are following to the latter, so that we break the network. So I urge the general public also to be sharing information on timely basis. When they see something happening, let them say it. Saying it means they should inform the police and inform them on time, so that we can also respond timely. That's the only way together that we can make this region safe and the country at large. On that note, on behalf of the IGP, I will thank all of you for coming, and also thank him for authorizing this brief to share this information with the entire Gambian people. On that note, I thank you for coming, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Commissioner. Thank you very much, Commissioner. And this brings us to the end of this briefing.